This is a V-taper. This is a V-taper. This is you, and you do not have a V-taper yet. Okay, so what is a V-taper? A V-taper is broad shoulders, wide lats, and a slim waist. It makes you look like a Dorito, or in other words, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is probably one of the best examples for what a V-taper is. So I'm gonna be using him as an example. We're gonna first talk about the shoulders. Now, we can't just do the shoulders and not do chest and triceps because they all go together. It's called a push movement or push. I've heard of push day, push exercises. You do your shoulders, your triceps, and your chest together. So I have a list of workouts that work and fit that category. So the first one is the best for shoulders when it comes to body weight workouts. It's pike push-ups. Pike push-ups work great because they target your front and side delts. And if you're trying to think about how you could do it at the gym, so like what's the gym variation compared to the pike push-up? It's the shoulder press. What you can do for the pike push-up to get more range of motion is if you have parallettes or a stack of books, or like me, I use dumbbells to get an extra inch or two down for more range of motion. And here's the video of me doing it. It's very simple yet super effective workout for building your shoulders, and I like it because it works both parts of your shoulders too, because there's three parts of the shoulders: the front delts, the side delts, and then the rear delts. The pike push-up is great because it targets the front and the side delts. The next workout we're going to be doing, just to add some balance and to give your chest some room to grow, is we're going to do decline push-ups. I like decline push-ups because they specifically target your upper chest, and they also do your triceps really well. Now, the reason I'm doing this workout specifically for your upper chest is because for most people, it's underdeveloped. Look at Andrew Tate, for example, from the side. He has a saggy chest. Most people have that, and that used to be me. I've actually started building my upper chest. As you can see right now, I've only recently started doing it, the past 2 months recently. I used to just do regular push-ups, and those are fine, great, but I like decline push-ups because it specifically targets the upper chest and it just makes your chest look nice. The next, we're going to be doing dips, because if you only do chest exercises and chest movements that target your upper chest, your lower chest is going to be underdeveloped. So we're going to be doing dips. And dips are also great for the triceps. It's what's really contributed to my triceps. So I can thank dips for that. Next is something that is a push workout, but also technically a back workout. And that is towel rear delt rows. I used to have a different name for it, but I forgot it. Here's the video of me doing it. What I like to do is I like to get a stool or a bench and get a towel, and then you grab both sides of the towel after you wrap it around the pull-up bar. Grab both sides, put your feet on the bench, and you're gonna have your legs and back completely flat. And then as you pull up, or it's like a row, you're gonna move your body straight. Try to bend at the knees. And don't try to use your legs to help. Try to only do the rear delts, and it's super great. And it's technically a push and a pull workout or movement, so I'm including it, and it's the best for rear delts when it comes to calisthenics. Next, we have the pull movements, the back. Specifically, we want to target the lats, but we're also going to do other exercises that builds up the thickness of the back to really round it out. Because if you only do, for example, pull-ups that target your lats, you're gonna have a flat back, no texture, no detail. So first off, we have pull-ups, because pull-ups are really good for when it comes to wide pull-up, or when it comes to your lats. Now, you can do narrow pull-ups, you can do shorter width pull-ups, which I normally do, Or if you really want a good lat stretch, you can do wide pull-ups. I actually like to vary them. So one set I'll do wide pull-ups, and the next set I'll do regular shoulder length pull-ups, just for some variety. If you just do the same exact things over and over again, one, your other muscles are gonna lag behind and it's gonna get boring. So change it up. And sometimes I just do one movement for that workout for that day, but the next day I do another movement. Just modify it to how you like it and to what works for you. I know some people don't have a pull-up bar. And also, going back to when I talked about dips earlier, some people don't have a dip bar. I'm actually going to explain to you other variations of what you can do to work those at the end of the video, just so that it has its own little section, so it's easier. But next we have bodyweight rows. If you think about it, there's the decline push-ups. What's the version of the decline push-ups when it comes to pull day? It's the bodyweight rows. I like to have balance. And whenever I do dips, I do pull-ups. Whenever I do decline push-ups, I do bodyweight rows just to balance it out. And it makes it really easy to superset. The bodyweight rows will slightly attribute and grow your lats, but that's not the main thing. It does the middle muscles of your back. Next up, we have chin-ups. Chin-ups are great if you do them correctly. What do I mean by this? I'm doing chin-ups for the thickness of the back, but mainly for your biceps. Most people are like, well, yeah, chin-ups are not good when it comes to your biceps. But there's a few ways I found that make it really good for your bicep. First off, most people think of it like a pull-up. It is not a pull-up. It's a body weight curl. So first off, you can't just hold like your grip straight from the bar. You have to do almost a false grip. When you do a curl, you don't do this with your wrist. You do this. You move your hand in. You can see it contracts my bicep slightly more when I move it in. So we're going to be doing that with the chin up. Also, you don't put your chin over the bar because then it'll work back. I like to do eye to bar or forehead to bar. For me, eyes to bar works. For some people, I think chinning up, doing the chin up to my eyes works the best for bicep contraction, and then of course slowly go down. And if you can't go up, jump up and slowly go down. Great way to gain the strength, because if you think about it, the eccentrics of all the workouts are usually the most important of them. Next, towel rear delt rows. I talked about it in the pull section, and I'm just bringing it up again to remind you that it's a push and a pull movement at the same time, which is actually very rare. I think it's one of the only workouts, at least in calisthenics, that do that. Maybe even when it comes to the gym. Okay, so we talked about 2 out of 3 parts when it comes to the V-taper. We talked about the shoulders, the broad shoulders, and some bonus stuff to fill in your triceps and your arms in general and your chest. And then we talked about the back, so biceps and back. Next, we need to talk about the third thing when it comes to the 3 main parts of the V-taper, which is a slim waist. Now, technically, you don't need a slim waist if your lats are already well developed, but it's still good to have. And now, just a warning, some people don't have the genetics for it, and that's okay, but you can still try if you really want to. You don't have to, but if you know you have the genetics for it, then go for it. For me, I do, so I'm gonna go for it. If I didn't have the genetics, I might still try, but I'm gonna know, and I'm gonna be telling myself, look, I don't have the genetics for it. It's not for me. I'm gonna focus on the lats, whatever it may be. But either way, try it. Even if you don't think you do, try it, give it a try. So there is technically 3 parts to getting a slim waist. There's probably more, but I don't feel confident in my abilities to explain it all to you. So I'm focusing on 3 parts that I at least have good understanding of, maybe not the best, but good enough to make it into a YouTube video and help you guys and explain. So let's talk about movements, cardio. I only have written down 2 forms of cardio, but there's really 3 forms of cardio. As a bonus, I'm actually going to talk about sprinting. Sprinting doesn't necessarily burn fat, but helps increase human growth hormone. And I can, in the description, tell you the science behind that, link some studies. Okay. Walking is the best form of cardio when it comes to burning fat. Now, I talk about burning fat, and the problem with burning fat, and I guess it's not really a problem, but maybe for some people it is, you can't specifically burn fat on a specific area. So for example, you're trying to slim down your waist fat. You can't specifically lose fat there. When you lose fat around the whole body. So just a warning out there to anyone who had their hopes up. No, you're still gonna lose your waist fat unless you have gut problems and bacterial issues in your gut. That'll be a lot harder. The walking is by far the best exercise and form of cardio for losing fat. Next we have jump rope. Jump rope helps lose fat, but it's not the best. I like it because it helps build endurance. Doing jump rope every once in a while will help you a lot, and it helps with footwork and timing. Calisthenics actually goes hand in hand with combat sports, martial arts. Jump roping also does. So doing calisthenics and jump roping will help you in your martial arts. No, but I know a lot of people who do it. The next step when it comes to losing waist fat and slimming down your waist is calorie intake. For example, my maintenance calorie is around 2,000. I think like 1,900 for me. I have a very low body fat percentage, 11%. I just checked it last night. Just search up calorie calculator on the internet, put in your information. It's not like where you live or anything. It's just how tall are you, a male or female, what's your age, how often do you work out, essentially like that. And it'll tell you it'll give you a rough estimate of your maintenance calories and how much calories you need to build to bulk up or to slim down. So that's probably the best tool for you, or you can use ChatGPT. Next up, we have low carbs. Now, there's 2 times where I've went on a low carb diet, and specifically I'm talking about carnivore, where you only eat meat. But I know people who have gotten the same results as me when it comes to keto. Just choose what you want to do. Not having carbs for a few days will help your insulin resistance and will also help you lose some fat and put you into ketosis where you lose fat. I lost 5 pounds in 2 days. It wasn't muscle, it was fat. And that was 4 months ago. I also, like a week or 2 ago, I did it for a day and I lost a few pounds. Not as much as 5 pounds, I think it was like 2 or 3. And it's not from going to the bathroom. It worked for me. It's very hard to do those diets. You have to have a good willpower. So good for you if you could do it for more than 3 days. Next up, we have intermittent fasting. I'm actually doing that right now. I had a cup of coffee with a little bit of milk and a little bit of sugar and a pinch of salt, and that's it. For lunch, I'm gonna have a cup of chocolate milk, dark chocolate milk. I made it myself. It's pretty healthy. And then for dinner, I don't know. I'm gonna have regular dinner. And intermittent fasting, it actually helps me maintain my low body fat percentage, even though I don't even need to do that to maintain my weight. I just do. The next thing for slimming down is actually cold showers. Cold showers have more benefits than just losing fat. It also helps lose inflammation and be able to deal with stressful situations much faster and be calm in the stressful situations. And it helps you think clearly. Next up, drink a lot of water. Kind of self-explanatory. Okay, so I gave you all that information. I dumped all of that information onto you guys. What do you do for it? So I have a place on my talking points list that literally just says routine. And so there's two parts of the routine. There's the workout part and the other part that I talked about, the calories, the cold showers, all that stuff. Okay, so for a recap, we're going to be doing, just to clear things up, for this workout, we're going to superset everything. It's going to take at most 40 minutes, at least 15 minutes. It's arranged, kind of depends on how many sets you do and how strong you are and how beginner or advanced you are. And we're going to do push and pull at the same day. Okay, so first we're going to start off with 2 to 3 sets of dips and pike push-ups, and then rest for 30 seconds after each set or superset. Why am I supersetting dips and pull-ups together? It's because dips, you're going vertically up and down. Pull-ups, you're going vertically up and down. It's balance. I like to do chest, then pull, or push and then pull, and then push and then pull. And then the reason I say 2 to 3 sets is the first set, I like to go almost to failure. And then the second set, I like to go failure. And if you do a third set, also go to failure. And that's how you build the most muscle. Next up, we have 2 to 3 sets of pike push-ups and chin-ups. Now, technically, the variant of pike push-ups when it comes to pull is neutral grip pull-ups, but I know not a lot of people have that pull-up bar attachment, so chin-ups are the second best thing, and they also build your muscles. And I actually almost forgot something about pull-ups. If you don't have a pull-up bar, you can go on a wood floor, get a towel, and basically do towel pulls. You try to stretch the lats on the floor with your towel. It's not as good as a pull-up bar, but it works. And you can't really do it with chin-ups, but if you get 2 chairs and a broom and place your hands on where the broom and the chairs meet, you can do it like that. You can do a chin-up row. Just don't put your hands in the middle of the broom because it'll break. So pike push-ups and chin-ups, 2 to 3 sets, and then rest for 30 seconds after that. And next up, we have 2 to 3 sets of decline push-ups and bodyweight rows. If you don't have anywhere you can do decline push-ups, go against the wall or go against a friend. Or if you have none of those, go against a tree. If there's not a tree, just do regular push-ups. Bodyweight rows, same. Again, you can do bodyweight rows on a dip bar if it's low enough, or a straight bar, or you can use that same broom and chair method. Or you can hold on to your friend's hand and do it. Just take turns doing it. So next, and then you're gonna rest for 30 seconds after. Then next up, we have rear delt rows to build your rear delts. And then you're gonna rest for 30 seconds. And I don't have anything to superset with because it's both. So that's the workout part. Write it down. I also will put a link to this workout routine in the description below, and I'll add this video to my workout routine playlist on YouTube. There's like 16 to 20 videos. I forgot how much. Okay, next off, when it comes to the routine, for the slimmer waist, as I wrote down, you're going to walk for at least 30 minutes a day, preferably uphill. For me, how I get my steps in is I have 2 part-time jobs. One is around 20 to 25 hours a week where I stand up the whole time and walk around through each department the whole time. The other job I have is 12 hours a week where I stand and walk around the whole time. And that's how I get my steps in. I don't need to go on 30-minute walks. I could if I wanted to, but I don't need to. Next up, you're gonna jump rope. If you don't have a jump rope, you can actually do jumping jacks. You're gonna jump rope for 5 minutes every other day. You don't wanna do it every day because your calves are gonna get burnt out, and it's a calf workout too. So walking for your legs and jump ropes for your calves. So you don't even need to include a leg day. You can if you want to. The next thing, you're gonna eat high protein, and then you're also gonna have low calories, or you can intermittent fast. Now, how are you going to do low calorie? One method I do is if I have low calories throughout a day. For example, I do 3 meals a day. The first meal, that's where you have most of your fat, because fat is important for 2 things, making you feel full and helps with brain function. So you need fat as long as it's healthy. And then cold showers. Take a cold shower every day. For me, it's super hard to do cold showers when I wake up, but after a workout or even after the whole day, cold showers are so easy to do. But when you're waking up, your body temperature isn't used to that. So that's my video. It took me 24 minutes so far to record, my longest video when it comes to recording so far, but I hope I was clear and I hope I went in depth into everything I needed to go in depth in. And there were some things where, like when it comes to the gut and the gut microbiome and all the bacteria in there, that makes it harder to lose fat. I don't know about that stuff as much as I should, but I can link studies in the description. With that being said, I hope this video was clear, informative, and maybe even entertaining. Because that's part of YouTube. Whether you're in an informative channel, if you're not entertaining, no one will watch you. So, yeah. In essence, comment down below. What are your thoughts? Did this help you? Or you can implement this? Anything like that. And then please like and subscribe. And also donate $1 to me on my Venmo. It helps me out a lot before I'm monetized. And I'm so close to monetization. Thank you guys for the 364 subscribers I have in total. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, follow for more. Goodbye.